you by thesis123.com. I learn and teach online.
Okay, so here's the next question, number 33. Let the probability density function of a random variable x be given as fx of x is equal to 3 by 2 e power minus 3x u of x plus a into e power 4x u of minus x, where u of x is the unit step function. Then the value of a and the probability of x is less than or equal to 0 respectively are, okay, so we have our 4 options A, B, C and D. Let's start with the function given to us. Now the function says fx of x is equal to 3 by 2 e power minus 3x u of x plus a into e power 4x u of minus x. Now we see here that this is u of x and this is u of minus x. Though it is a unit step function, that tells us the difference in the function. It gives us the distinction. So we can write it down in two different intervals. U of x and u of minus x gives us the intervals. U of x defines the interval that is greater than 0. U of minus x defines the interval less than 0. So let's write that down here. F of fx of x is equal to a e power 4x for x is less than 0 because it's negative, u of minus x, and here we have 3 by 2 e power minus 3x ux u of x, so that's greater than, so x greater than or equal to 0. So this is our function. Now the next thing is to find out the value of a. We have to find out the value of a, and the question tells us that this is the probability density function. So when you see that term, you have to remember a certain formula. The formula is that integral minus infinity to infinity fx of x is equal to 1. This relation is important for a probability density function. Okay? Integral minus infinity to infinity fx of x is equal to 1. Now let's apply the same thing to the function given to us. Now because we have two different intervals, we have to split this into two different intervals as well. So since it is minus infinity to infinity, we can write it as minus infinity to 0 for this expression, and then we write it as 0 to infinity for the second expression. I hope that makes sense so far. Okay, so we have the expression already, minus infinity to infinity fx of x is equal to 1. Now that's our formula. If we utilize the same thing for the function given to us, it is minus infinity to 0 a e power 4x dx plus 0 to infinity 3 by 2 e power minus 3x dx is equal to 1. Now if we solve this and simplify it, we'll be able to obtain the value of a. Let's see now, integrating this, we get a e power 4x by 4, this is at minus infinity to 0, plus 3 by 2 e power minus 3x divided by minus 3 at 0 to infinity is equal to 1. Now let's simplify it further. We will have here a by 4 with just the upper limit. The lower limit, we cannot solve that, so this becomes 3 by 6. This becomes 3 by 6. So that's e power 0 again. Right, okay, so that's two negatives making it a positive is equal to 1. If we solve this further, we get 6a plus 12 is equal to 24 and a is equal to 2, right? 6a is equal to 24, 6a plus 12 is equal to 24, and that gives us the value of a is equal to 2. So we have found the first part of the solution, we have found the value of a. Next we need the probability of x less than or equal to 0 according to the question here. Probability of x less than or equal to 0. So that's x less than or equal to 0. So we have to use just this expression here. Now because it is said less than or equal to 0, so we have minus infinity to 0 to e power 4x dx. Now you see what I have done here is substituted the value of a in this part of the equation. So it's 2 e power 4x into dx. Let's integrate, we get 2 e power 4x by 4 at minus infinity to 0. That gives us a value of 1 by 2. Right. So here's our final answer. We have the value of a as 2 and we have the probability of x less than or equal to 0 to be 1 by 2. So the final answer here is a, 2 and 1 by 2. I hope this has helped.
Thank you for watching this video. For future videos, please click here to subscribe YouTube channel. Visit our site thesis123.com for free student project or research ideas and online training. Follow us Facebook, Twitter, Google+ and Pinterest.